Hello, golf fanatics. Welcome to Billy Ho Sports. This week is a special PGA DFS preview, and it's a very special week of golf. We've got the Olympics going on in Paris, and the beautiful Le Golf National in Paris, France, is going to be the venue for this year's both men's and women's. If you remember, this wonderfully difficult golf course was the host for the 2018 Ryder Cup, where USA started off really fast, but then quickly was defeated soundly by the Europeans. We're going to break down some unique features of the golf course and draw any comparisons to the 2018 event. Plug in some stats in the Fantasy Nationals, try to snuff out what kind of skill set were required to play well. So, also, if you're by the way, horse racing fan, check out my content there. I've been on a really good run lately. I've been doing a lot of great content, a lot of great feedback from patrons, completely free. I do picks, I do race replays, I do past performances, a little bit of everything, betting angles, kind of try to teach you some of the philosophy that I've learned over the years, things of that nature. So if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll get all of that. Click that like button while you're at it. In the comments section, tell me a couple of golfers you've got your eye on this week, non-Team USA. So let's get going here. And briefly, before we get going, weather's always important. The early weather doesn't really indicate anything too serious. Wednesday PM and early Thursday rain possible. So we could have a soft golf course, which the golf course is tough enough on its own. So playing soft might make it play longer. So that could cause a challenge. Very little wind forecasted for the majority of the 4 days, which is fine. Temperatures look great in the low 80s. If I recall, actually, the weather in 2018 was much cooler. Of course, it was like more toward the fall, but it was like in the upper 50s, low 60s Fahrenheit. So I just remember Team USA, after they got down, they just all looked like they were bundled up and ready to go home. So anyway, I suppose we should start with the format. The Olympics it's just a 60-man field. So it's basically like our 72-hole standard stroke play tournament of these elevated no cuts that we've had over the past, where we've had guaranteed fields of about 60 to 70 golfers, and they're just playing a 72-hole no cut tournament. So Le Golf National, stunning par 71 course. It's about 7,100 and change, 74 yards, bent grass greens, very smooth, fast putting surfaces. Greens run about 6,500 square feet on average, but many are like kidney shaped, very undulating greens. They slope from back to front a lot of times. Pin placements are going to dictate strategy on approach for sure. Ryegrass fairways and rough. The rough's going to be very penal. This course places a huge emphasis on accuracy. So finding fairways and consistency, ball striking is key. If you're not hitting greens, you better have a great around the green. Scrambling is going to be difficult. So it's like good drives gained. We'll get to that in a minute when we get to Fantasy National. So with only 60 players, you could probably eliminate another at least 15 or 20. So it's going to be a tight core for me. I'm not going to play a ton, so I'll probably keep it down to maybe 3-4 lineups and just spread them out over different contests. I think you can decide on a few players that you can just lock in if you're playing multiple lineups anyway. Your Scotties, your Xanders, your things of that nature. But you must play pivots and low-owned guys. So the 3D planner, this is just from Pro Visualizer, and you can look this up. It'll tell you that you can go through each shot hole by hole. I just wanted to show you that, provisualizer.com, if you want to get a look at the golf course shot by shot and see kind of what it looks like. This is also a helpful one, golf betting system, which is the combi stats. You can look up actually the French Open. That's what would be cool. Then you'll know it's where they play the Open de France, right? Every year. So, and this is my Le Golf Olympics / hard model. I haven't gone through and did any settings like down here, like difficult scoring or whatever. This is just kind of a basic model. And this is what I did right here. Fairways gained, good drives, strokes gained approach 20, 25 on total between the two. Scrambling is up, around the greens up. And then I have to throw in some DK, birdie or better scoring stuff, but it's going to be more defensive stats for me. Just first off, tee to green, and just kind of spread evenly throughout like that. And then I just went over the last month. This is very recent form, last 12 rounds, last month. I wanted to see who's got the driver working for him. Obviously, Colin Morikawa. Obviously, Tom Kim. Both of these guys. Scotty hitting a lot of fairways. CT Pan is known for his accurate striking of the ball. Tommy Fleetwood was half of that Mollywood. If you remember, Francisco Molinari and Tommy Fleetwood dominated in 2018 in the Ryder Cup. So Tommy's going to be a very popular play. You can see where he's ranked in the model. Alexander Noren has won the French Open. Sepp Straka, obviously a great driver of the golf ball. A lot of these guys, Guido Migliozzi, won this. You can see why. Hitting fairways, good drives and fairways gained over his last. He's got 6 rounds total over the last month, which is not bad, but you can see where I'm going with this. Zanotti is another one. He's a very accurate driver. He's got some success over here. Wyndham Clark is on Team USA. Probably a guy I don't know about with his driver, not very accurate, because if he's playing out of the rough, but number one in scrambling. So that's a big help. 11th in birdies, 9th in DK points. So he's got some quality attributes there if you want to overlook, if you think he'll club down. So clubbing down is going to increase your accuracy. A lot of these guys are going to do that. Wyndham Clark is a bomber of the golf ball. So you'll definitely see that. Rahm has been mentioned a lot. There was a guy I thought was low key, would have been very good, which would have been Victor Hovland, who's on here somewhere, but you can see he's not really flashing in the model. I think he's going to be a low key type of play. I think I just completely overlooked him. There he is, 45th in the model, but you can see it's pretty decently good with the fairways. He's just really struggling. He'll struggle around the greens. People keep saying how much he's improved there, but you can see he's ranked 54th recently. He has not been playing well. Missed the cut at the Open Championship, and a lot of that was due to poor around the green play. So keep that in mind. Quick reminder to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're clicking that like button while you're at it too. I so much appreciate the support. Thanks a lot for joining me today. Let's continue. Monday afternoon, the DK contest will be out. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And join up. Same format as always, $3 to enter, 75 players, top 3 paid. So hopefully we can get 40 or 50 in there like we usually do. Thomas Detry, another one who's good across the board. A little bit struggle bus around the greens, but he's had decent success here at the Open as well. So keep him in mind when you're going through here. Let's see. I don't know if anybody down here is going to be really lighten up the model for me. I wanted to just kind of go through the whole list of players. Matteo Manassero has showed up a lot. You can see his good. I'm going to star him. He'd probably be low key good, considering he's got good stats across the board. That's 8 rounds showing up on the Fantasy National model. So pretty solid across the board there. He's probably getting a lot of that from his great run over in the last the between the Scottish and the Open Championship, I suppose. Corey Connors, obviously, he's a great ball striker. He's a guy that kind of translates over to European golf. A lot of people don't think so. The Canadian, you can see how good he looks across the board. I mean, guys like Shane Lowry, obviously guys like Tom Kim, Morikawa, Xander, all these guys are going to be super uber popular. But the other thing you can look at, like my mixed condition model, I have not adjusted this, but what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll probably keep similar stats of fairways, 25 foot, you know, things of this nature, but I'm going to take out the wind and I'll probably just substitute the wind for hard uh, in relative to par scoring. So if you did that, let's say we just do difficult uh, scoring conditions, and then it's going to screw my whole model up, I do believe. I thought it might do that. So skip on out of that, uncheck model, fix things back. This was going to be a real quick hitting video anyway. I just wanted to get something out there just to give you guys a little bit of a look at the golf course, a little bit of a look at the field, maybe just a little first look of some skill sets to be eyeballing this week. So just kind of pan down here with me and you can see who some of the interesting characters for each nation. And the weird one was Kita Nakajima. I would have thought Hisatsune. It's Hisatsune, I think, but I always call him Hisatsune because of shout out Pat Perry from the Golf Tour Junkies. He's got several different pronunciations. He cracks me up when he says Hisatsune. But I would have thought he would have been the guy that got chosen instead of Kita Nakajima. But I might not even be right on the nationality of Hisatsune, but I thought he was Japanese, so I don't really know why he would not have been the guy. So just remember to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, leave a comment, all that kind of good stuff. I really appreciate you joining me for this quick hitter video, and we'll see you soon.